We'll just begin by putting your block right in between your knees. And just allow your hands to rest on your thighs and place the block in between the knees and just gentle effort of the knees, enough to keep the block there, but not much otherwise. And then you'll sit a little bit more towards the edge of your chair. And as you sit here, for a moment, just sit up as tall as you can. Let your chest puff up, the top of your head lifts up, all the above. And then from that shape, with your exhale, slowly tilt your tailbone down so that your two sit bones really firmly glue themselves into the chair. And then here, just breathe. It's an invitation, a moment to just simply rest here, feeling both your sit bones and your feet pressing onto supportive surfaces, be it a chair or the floor. And we're going to do a couple rounds of guided breathing today to just really help wrap our sensory organs around being here and now. And so we'll breathe in for 4 seconds, and we're going to breathe out for 6 seconds today. And if at any point you want to return to normal breathing, you're super welcome to. But with each exhale, if you've got your eyes closed, I invite you to also kind of a visualization and maybe even a felt sense of whatever comes into your mind with the exhale. Just breathe it out through the legs and into the floor. Just give it back to the earth and let it be as it is. And so that's something that you can just do over and over, or you can just allow your eyes to be opened and focused on one spot. So shoulders gently drop back, two sit bones root down, and just take a full breath in. Let it go all the way out. And then breathe in 4, 3, 2, 1, and pause. Hold here. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sending anything that comes up, physical, mental, into the floor. Breathe in 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pause. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last 2 rounds. Breathe in 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last round. Breathe in 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And gently blink the eyes open. And start to reach your arms just all the way out wide. Wide as you can. Fingertips reach all the way out to the, it's like you're making your arms longer than they actually are, inviting them to get longer than they are. And just take a few breaths here, noticing the space underneath your palms, the space on the underside of the arms, and even the space around the back of your neck. If your chin is reaching forward, just gently bring your chin in toward your throat. Breathe in here and breathe out here. Full inhale. And one more exhale, all the way out. And then with your next exhale, slowly, slowly, it's as if your arms are floating all the way back down by your sides. And then breathe in, lift up both of your arms. Clasp your hands, your fingers together, and press your palms up towards the ceiling. And then with each of your exhales, you'll squeeze your core muscles and round your spine and press the hands forward. And then with each inhale, lift the arms and the chest back up. And so you'll go back and forth with your own breathing rhythm. Exhale to reach forward. Inhale to lift up. And so go ahead and do that a few times. I'm going to fix one thing with the sound here. Okay. Keep going. Hopefully that's a little better. And then next time your arms lift up, just bend your elbows and bring them all the way to goalpost arms, so about 90-degree angle. Pause here, elbows, hands, draw back in space. Full inhale, full exhale. Breathe in, breathe out. And then let your hands come all the way down by your sides. Bring them right to your hips. Squeeze the core muscles in. And as you exhale, twist your torso to the right and just look all the way over the right shoulder. Breathe in, come back to center, and exhale, twist to the left. Inhale through center, and exhale to the right. And one more time, back through center, and exhale, twist left. And then come through center, and you're going to stand up. You can let your TheraBand go down to the ground. She really wants to be the star of the show today here. And you'll stand kind of right to the front of your chair, and bring your right foot forward in front of the chair, and bring your right hand down to the chair. So if you need to step your left foot back a little bit, you can. And then both legs aren't fully locked out, so your knees are still a little bit soft here. And right hand rests on the chair. And then bring your left hand to your hip. And if your right knee is close enough, gently press it into your chair, so you're creating a little bit of resistance for your leg. And then lift up all 10 toes. Left hand on hip. Draw your left shoulder back in space. And squeeze your core muscles. This is triangle or trikonasana pose. So all 10 toes lift. Abdomen really draws in. Draw that left shoulder back in space. Option to keep your left hand on your hip, or option to lift it up as well. And then it's as if your 2 feet are squeezing towards one another. So they're trying to get closer even though they don't actually get closer together. Breathe in here. And breathe out. And then really gather your core muscles in, especially this top side. So the left side of the body, if it's any amount stretched out, it's not fully activated here. So we want to bring the left ribs closer to the left hip by really squeezing that side of the body. And then draw the low belly in and slowly lift all the way up. Both arms reach out wide. Breathe in here. And then exhale. Right hand down to the chair. Left arm lifts up. And don't let that left side get long. Keep it really short, really active. One more time, breathe in. And exhale, slowly squeeze your core, lift all the way back up. Feet squeeze toward one another on the ground. And then last time, hand down, arm up. Shorten that left side. And then sweep your left hand down toward the ground and all the way up over your ear. Yeah. Breathe in here and breathe out. Breathe in and out. And then slowly lift all the way back up, and you'll go ahead and just switch sides. The cat trying to eat my foot. Hang on. And then the left hand comes down to the chair, Same thing on this side. Right hand to your hip. And your right leg, your right foot, your toes can point kind of forward towards the computer. And your left foot, the toes kind of point away from the computer, off to the left. And then squeeze your core muscles in. You can actually allow your right side to just kind of relax for a moment so it stretches out. And then really squeeze that right side so you can kind of feel that shortening happen. Right ribs get closer to the right hip. If you've locked your knees out, bend them a little tiny bit. Lift all 10 toes, and it's as if you're squeezing both feet towards one another on the ground. Breathe in, and then exhale. Squeeze your abdominal muscles and lift your arms all the way up. And then bring your hand back down. Breathe in. Shorten the right side. Squeeze your feet toward one another. Slowly lift right back up. Breathe in. And exhale, hand down. Last time here. Keep that right side short. All 10 toes lift. Right hand reaches back towards your hip. Then down along the ground. And then up over the ear. Again, notice if your right side has gotten happily stretched out or if it's still active. Right ribs towards the right hip. Strengthening the side body or the external obliques. Big time here. One more breath in. And then slowly stand all the way back up. Very nice. You can have the chair in front of you just so you have a little support. You know it's there. Hands come to your hips. Feet are about hips width apart or so. And then bend your knees. Knees go forward, hips go back. Core muscles draw in. So really, really squeeze the abdominal muscles. And hands can rest on your hip. Chest lifts up. And again, if you want hands on your chair, just for extra stability, please do so. Lift all 10 toes. And steady breath here. Squeeze your core. Bend your knees a teeny bit deeper. And then stand all the way up and squeeze your buns at the top as firmly as you can. And then again, exhale, bend the knees. Chair pose or Utkatasana. If you want, you can keep your hands here, or you're also welcome to reach your arms up in a goalpost shape. Breathe in. And exhale, breathe out, stand tall, squeeze the glutes. And again, last time, chair pose. I feel like this pose always gets voted everybody's least favorite pose in all the yoga classes. Toes lift, squeeze your core, and then slowly stand all the way up. Squeeze your glutes at the top so your hips push forward. And then relax. Stand next to your chair. Back a little bit here. There we go. And come up onto the tiptoes of your left foot. Low abdomen draws in. You'll know if it's relaxed because your hip will pop out to the side. That means the glutes are relaxed too. So really get that right leg activated and drawn in. All 5 toes on your right foot lift up. And then lift your left knee. Find one spot on the floor to just focus your eyes. And when your eyes focus, that tends to kind of unite with the focus of your breathing, thoughts, you name it. And then place your foot wherever you'd like on your right leg. Maybe the toes kickstand on the ground. Maybe your foot goes on your shin. Maybe it goes a little bit higher. Totally up to you. And instead of just pressing your foot into your leg, you want to press your leg into your foot. So those muscles are very, very active. And you're welcome to reach the left arm out to the side if you'd like. Breathe in. And then with that full activation of squeezing the core muscles, reach the left arm all the way up and over to the opposite side. And then bring your hand back down. Swoop it all the way down, and then inhale and reach all the way up and over. Exhale, core squeezes, bring your hand back down. Breathe in, reach your arm up and over. Exhale, arm down. Last one, breathe in, lift up, reach over. Exhale, arm comes down. Release your left foot, shake your leg out. Very nice, friends. Switch sides. And then right foot is the one that lifts up this time. Lift the knee, lift the foot, so that whole front of your leg has a moment of activity here. And then totally relax the left side, so your hip pops out. And then squeeze your core. Press your left foot down into the ground, so your hip is really lined up with your foot instead of jutting out to the side. And then place your foot wherever you'd like on the leg. And it might be completely different than it was on the other side. Both sides of your body are very different. We've all talked about many times at this point. So notice how your hip and your knee feel here. Your foot needs to be a little lower or kickstanded. That's a great option. And steady, steady breath. And then right hand reaches down, and breathe in, lift it all the way up and over. Squeeze your abdominal muscles. Get that left outer hip to really activate as well. And then exhale, arm swoops all the way back down. Not rushed. Notice the motion. Breathe in, arm lifts. Activate your core to support that side stretch happening. And then exhale, arm down. Breathe in and lift. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, arm down. Relax your legs. Shake that right leg out, left leg out. And then we're going to find a spot at the wall today. One last thing standing up here. And when you get to the wall, you'll have your heels about a foot or two away from the wall. And then first things first, soften your knees a little bit. So knees are a tiny bit bent. And then you'll press the very back of your head into the wall. Not in a way that makes your chin lift up, but in a way that brings your chin parallel to the floor. And then create a W with the arms. They press into the wall, wonderful. If they're just close to the wall, also wonderful. So back of the head presses into the wall, arms are in a W, soft knees, and then squeeze your core muscles very tightly so that your lower back reaches toward or touches the wall. Everybody's bodies, again, are a little different. Notice if you're feeling a stretch anywhere within the body. You're welcome to lift all 10 toes for a little bit more activity to the legs. And then breathe in, lift up your arms. And as you exhale, slowly bring your elbows down closer to your sides, while continuing to keep your head back. Breathe in, arms lift. Exhale, lower the arms. Breathe in, arms up. And exhale, arms down. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Twice more, breathe in, lift the arms. Exhale. Last one. Low abdomen squeezes, press your lower back and your head towards the wall. Exhale, arms down. Very nice, friends. Make your way back to a seated position. Maybe wiggle your toes when you get there. Rest your hands in your lap for a moment. And with your eyes opened or closed, it's totally your choice. Just witness how your body feels after a few different muscular efforts than we normally explore within our classes. Notice if there's just any felt sense of effort left over, kind of tingling in the muscle groups. Notice your breathing rhythm. Or perhaps you can even feel your own pulse somewhere within your body. And then go ahead and grab your stretchy band. Wrap it around underneath your armpits. Favorite little scapular motion here to help us with the range of motion of the scapula and also with simultaneously supporting what we were doing at the walls with your head and your shoulders kind of pressing back into the wall. So we're working on full range of motion of the shoulders so that we can then have the strength to keep our shoulder in a more supportive position throughout the rest of the day. So hands hold onto the band, squeeze the core. You want extra effort, you can put the block between your knees and really, really squeeze the block as well to get a little more core strength going on. Full inhale. And then as you exhale, reach your arms forward and then bring them back. Reach forward and then bring them back. And just back and forth slowly as you are, forward and back. Arms stay straight. It's just movement of the shoulders here. Twice more. Exhale, reach. Inhale back. Exhale, reach. Go ahead and pause. Shrug your shoulders for a moment. And then you'll bring the TheraBand over in front of you. And the block can stay in between the knees for extra core effort here. Lift your arms up. Breathe in a full breath, squeeze the block, and then exhale, bend your elbows right to that 90-degree spot. If you need more effort from the TheraBand, just scoot your hands closer together. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, bend your elbows. Breathe in, lift. Exhale. Inhale, lift. And out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Notice the space behind your shoulder blades. Really squeeze it. And then reach your arms up and press the hands out a little bit still. And then totally relax. Shrug your shoulders. Well done. Left hand down by your side. Maybe hang on to the chair. And then just reach the right arm up and over for a moment. Squeeze your core muscles by squeezing that yoga block as much as you can. And then reach your left arm all the way up by your ear as well. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the block. Squeeze your core muscles. And then back through center, arms down. Right hand stays down, left arm reaches up and over to the side. Squeeze your core. Don't let the tailbone lift up here. We really want core support. Full inhale. And full exhale. Squeeze the block. And then bring your arm all the way down. Shrug your shoulders. Full inhale. Remove the block from in between your knees. take your TheraBand. You're going to turn sideways on your chair. One last little core exercise here with the TheraBand. And then shoulders draw back in space. Shoulder blades squeeze together. Draw the abdominal muscles in for support. And then as you exhale, twist away from the chair. Pause and really hold here today in that twisted shape. Core squeezes very firmly to support your spine. And then breathe and come back through center. Exhale, twist. If this is starting to feel easy to you at all, you can always double up your TheraBand around the back of the chair. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last 2 times. And then relax. Switch to the other side. Band wraps around the back of the chair. Sit bones root down. Shoulders drop back. Core engages. Full breath in. And as you exhale, twist away from the chair, but keep your shoulders drawn back. If your shoulders are sneaking forward, hold them back. And then back through center. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Exhale. Move with your breathing rhythm and pause at the end of your exhale, squeezing your core. Breathe in. Exhale. Full inhale. Exhale. Breathe in and out. And then relax. You can set the TheraBand down where it is. Left hand holds on to the back of the chair. Gosh, you guys, my natural instinct this whole week has just been to slump all day. So if you notice it, know that you're not the only one. Sit tall, shoulders back. Even if it wants to return many times, you just get to explore trying to sit up again and creating a little stability for your own self each time you notice. And witnessing it more as that. Slide your foot back. Knee points down towards the ground. Heel presses back. Squeeze your core so your tailbone tilts down a little bit. And just breathe into the stretch that happens in the right hip here. Notice if it's a little more gentle today than it is some other days, or if it feels more intense today in this stretch. Sit bone reaches down as you cinch in the waist. Then go ahead and switch sides. Left leg, left hip kind of slide off the edge of the chair. Elbow onto the chair. And if you'd like, if it feels comfortable to your knee and your hip, you're welcome to slide this back leg back into more of a lunge shape. But if your tailbone starts to lift up and you do a big back bend as you do that, bend your knee so that we can create length around the lower back. I find that here is the most productive stretch. Full breath in and out. And then relax. Come back through center. Right ankle crosses over the left ankle. I mean, today Monday or Wednesday, my goodness. Right ankle over the left thigh, not the left ankle. If you want to cross your ankles instead, that's totally fine. And then heart reaches forward and up. So you kind of sit tall, and this is the shape that you do allow the tailbone to lift up a little bit in. And then you're welcome to explore leaning forward. And just witness how this shape feels in your body today. It's one that we do in pretty much every single yoga class to really help loosen the muscles around the pelvis that get really tight really easily. And so as you perhaps even think back to your very, what was that? Okay. As you think back to one of your first yoga classes you perhaps attended with me or someone else, notice how this stretch feels. If it feels similar to that day, or if perhaps it feels different, if your knee used to be up a little higher, or maybe it's down a little bit lower now. Maybe it feels perfectly the same. That's okay too. It means it's probably a good stretch to do all the time. Breathe in and breathe out. And then go ahead and sit back up. Switch legs. I do this stretch all the time, and still this knee is up pretty high. Heart lifts, shoulders draw back. A little bit of a hinge forward at the hips to help stretch that leg. Breathe in and breathe out. And then go ahead and sit back up. Release your foot down to the ground. Grab your TheraBand and just wrap it around the legs. Not to be active with it, but to really help the hip flexors relax in a different way. One of the spots that we kind of just stretched out. You're going to get your band wrapped up, tied up, so that then your knees, your thighs, everything can relax without your knees falling out to the sides. So once you're there and comfy, maybe place a kitty cat on your lap and sit back into your chair. Allow the chair beneath you to be what supports you, to receive the support from the chair. With the TheraBand wrapped around your knees, there's pretty much nothing your muscles need to do to hold yourself together right now. But just simply explore receiving support. We live in a society of endlessly doing and doing, and we often forget to slow down enough to be present to properly receive the little gifts that happen throughout the day. And so let this be one. Invite this moment to be a moment of rest for your physical form, for your mind. Know that there's nothing you need to do or undo in these last few moments here. Allow your breath to be whatever it is and soften your jaw. Hips totally relax. And then with your eyes remaining closed or looking down toward the ground, just tilt your chin over toward the right shoulder. And slowly, slowly tilt your chin down toward your heart or your chest. And then off to the other side. Tilt your chin all the way back down. And just very, very slowly side to side here. And then come back, bring your head back through the center. And thank you, friends, for joining me for yoga today. Yes, namaste from the cat too. She's being so sweet.
Thank you.
Yeah.